Hello, Shamai, and welcome back to the Red Devil Redemption in what may be one of the last episodes of Football Manager 2017 on the channel. Because as we all know, we are very short distance of time now away from the FM18 release, and well, mainly the FM beta. We don't know exactly when it's coming, but we know it's going to be within, well, very soon, end of October, we're probably looking at. But we're still here, we're still in the age of FM17, and here we are back with Red Devil Redemption then. Today, a tough, massive crunch game against Spurs, who we're both doing pretty well, and since last episode, I haven't played the most amount of games. Last episode was the absolutely fantastic 2-0 victory against Arsenal to put us in real contention to push for the title, and I must say we are in some absolutely scintillating form right now. Following that, we had a comfortable 2-0 victory over MK Dons, Ibra and Anthony Martial scoring there. Then a lovely 5-0 victory at home to Swansea. Lindelof, Dyer with a brace, Mkhitaryan and Martial scoring there. A disappointing exit in the EFL Cup. 1-1 with Man City on the night, and we lost 3-2 in aggregate. It's not. It is getting that we're out and we couldn't compete against Man City, but it's all right. We don't really worry about that competition too much. And our form in the Premier League continued to be good with a 3-0 victory against Bournemouth. Martial, Pjanic and Eric Dyer scoring there. And we've just beaten Walsall 2-0 in the FA Cup, as well as drawing 0-0 against Liverpool, which isn't a bad result by any stretch of the imagination, because they're doing very well as well. As you can see here, Ibra hasn't scored since the Man City game, and he's on a little bit of a goal drought. He's only scored 2 in like his last 10, I think, something like that. Must say, Martial has stepped up brilliantly in the last few games, and if we look at the table, things are going very well. We're 4 points behind Man City at the top, so that's a little bit disappointing. I'd like to be closer, but we do play Man City very shortly, and a win in that game could, could take us top. Paulo Dybala still out injured. He's very close to coming back though. And if you look, we got Spurs today who are 1 point behind us, so it's a huge game, and we need to make sure we don't lose, because if we lose, we could slip as far down as 4th. So it's very important. We're pretty confident of getting top 5 because Chelsea are so far behind, but we need to qualify for the Champions League. We need to keep our good run going. We need to finish top 4. So the team for today then, we have De Gea in goals, Lindelof, Virgil van Dijk, Javi Martinez and Juan Bernat at the back. Juan Bernat has been absolutely phenomenal this season, but without a doubt, our best player in his position. Koke, Paul Pogba and Eric Dyer in midfield. João Mario behind the strikers, who have Ibra and Anthony Martial. Unfortunately, Pjanic is injured out for a couple of weeks. He'll be out for almost 2 weeks. And Dybala, three weeks possibly still out for. We did bring in Lucas Lima in January, but unfortunately, I can't register him because of the stupid rules. So maybe he'll feature next season. I did bring him in as a backup. He's been in Brazil his whole career, but maybe he's worth a lot of money apparently, worth 36 million. So if anything, we're going to get a lot of money out of him. And someone else did actually leave, and it was the man himself, Phil Jones. He's gone to Malaga. He was never going to get into the team. He was never really good enough. He's already played 1 game for Malaga, which is how many he played so far this season for us. And we got a possible fee of 19 million, which is a very good amount of money for someone like him. So Spurs today then, they're in some good form themselves, and it's going to be at Old Trafford, very tough game. No surprises that we're slight favourites today. We're just ahead of them in the league, and we have the home advantage. So we've got to watch out, because they have got some very good players. We all know, and I really think we sold Lukaku to Spurs at the start of the season as well. So he's going to be someone that we really need to watch out for today. So Spurs are 3rd in the table. We're 2nd. Man City are 1st. They're not running away with it, but they are fairly well. They're not solid for the title at all yet. But they're 4 points ahead with 9 games left. I think it's 9 games left. 8 games after this, so they've got a good advantage to hold on to. So essentially, it's Man City's title to lose, and you could say the same about our top 4 spot. Really, we're in some good form. As long as we can win the winnable games against the teams in the bottom half, I think we should be able to secure a top 4. There is a chance that we could still win the title. Martial with a good strike there, good save by Lloris. We dominated the opening 10 minutes. As you can see, Spurs not had a chance yet. We've had a few shots on goal. And there's maybe another chance here. João Mario with it. He's into the box. He gets it across, and it's another corner. It's another corner. We're putting some lovely early pressure on. Koke with the ball in. Pjanic would be taking all of our set pieces, but unfortunately he's going to be injured for the next few weeks. Koke with another ball in. It's collected nicely by Lloris. We've got the Bilbao game after this as well, and then we have Man City. So we've got this is the most important period of the season. Lindelof with a throw in now. He's been good this season as well. Crosses it in. It's a very poor cross. Goes straight to Dembele, and it's cleared up by Ben Davies. We've won it back and lost it again. Brahimi's got it in the middle of the midfield. Gives it to Dele Alli. Up to Harry Kane. We all know how dangerous he is. Bernat with a lovely interception there and a ball to send away Martial, but he's fluffed his lines and had a really, really poor touch there. Nice header by Virgil van Dijk, but Harry Kane's through a goal here. I'm not sure what David De Gea was doing there. He kind of tempted to come out, but it's a weak shot in the end. I think it was going wide anyway. But a couple of chances there where we lost the ball. Martial with a poor touch. Should have done better from Juan Bernat's interception. I'd definitely say that. We're approaching half-time now, and the game's gone a little bit dead. There hasn't been many chances. Throw in here. Bernat with it. Gives it to Pogba. Back to Bernat. Into Dyer. Dyer gives himself a little bit of space. Koke. Nice, lovely run. Into Lindelof. He's in the box. And Ibra's there. 1-0. 6 minutes before half-time. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 21st goal of the season. I said he was on a little bit of a drought, but he's obviously proved me wrong here. Lindelof was in acres of space. Lovely ball to pick out Ibra, and he smashed it into the back of the net with all of the power in his right boot. And now we were going to go into half-time with decently 0-0, but it's 1-0. Good first half. Obviously, Martial and Lindelof didn't like my don't get too complacent half-time team talk, but that's what we need. We need to make sure we don't get complacent. We're dominating the game so far, and if the second half goes the same as the first half, we'll win. Simple as that. Paul Pogba with the ball in. It's a not a very good free kick. Didn't really beat the first man. But Mario gives it to Koke into Ibra. Ibra out in the way. Crosses it. Oh, good chance there. Pogba still got it. It's cleared up. I hope there's not a counter-attack on here. It looks like there is. Harry Kane gives it to Lamela. Into Dele Alli. Unless someone can put a foot in. Lovely tackle by Pogba to release Martial. Martial up to Ibra. He's got some sprays. He's one-on-one. But it was... I think he tried to chip the goalkeeper there. And he's got to be scoring that. There's a clear-cut chance there. He's got to be scoring that. Dele Alli with it now. Into Kane. Out wide to Aurier, who's got so much space. He whips it in. Gives it back to Dembele. Out wide to Davis. There's a good pressure from Spurs. Chance for a counter-attack. Ibra, unfortunately, gives the ball to Dembele. Harry Kane with it now. Nice spell of possession here for Spurs. I'm just going to slow it down a little bit so I can actually commentate on what's going on. Brahimi into Dele Alli to Eriksen. Oh, this is some lovely football. Lamela's in on goal. It's a beautiful goal by Spurs, I've got to admit. Total football there. Absolutely fantastic. Gives the ball to Dele Alli. Dele Alli to Eriksen, and he spots the run of Aurier. I'm not sure. Oh, it's Bernat as well, who's been playing so well lately. Has had an absolute nightmare there. I think it's getting to the point where we'll make our first sub. We'll bring on Mkhitaryan because João Mario not having the best of games. See if Mkhitaryan can offer a little bit more support. Bernat with the ball now. It goes into the box. Could we score straight away? Nah, unfortunately not. Alderweireld's cleared it up. And Harry Kane, we might get hit with the quick 2 goals here. Oh, lovely tackle by Lindelof. And the ball is cleared away. And finally make our substitution. On comes Mkhitaryan. I'm not really sure who else I can bring on midfield because we don't have the likes of Pjanic anymore to come off the bench. It usually be Koke that was on the bench. Javi Martinez obviously not had a very good game. He's on a 6.4 rating. I would take him off, but I kind of want a more impactful substitution. Juan Bernat's got a yellow card, which means he's missing the next game. Oh, there's a highlight here. Bernat with a throw into Martial. Back to Bernat. Lovely cross into the box. Oh, and it's come off Alderweireld. Deflected away. Ibra's there, though. It's 2-1. Lindelof and Ibra again. They've had a fantastic connection this game. 2 assists for Lindelof, 2 goals for Ibra. And it's a lovely flicked header. A first-time cross as well by Lindelof on the turn. Fantastic. Ibra just beats the defender. And Lloris has kind of sold himself there as soon as he's gone for that ball. I'll bring on, Koulibaly for Javi Martinez. Just because he's not had the best of games. Try and get a more settled defence in there. And I think we'll change one of the midfielders. We'll bring off Dahlia just to make sure he doesn't get a second yellow. We'll bring on Fosu-Mensah, who's been a very good player to come off the bench, and he's played a lot of the cup matches this season as well. So he's come into his own very much this season. 1 minute to go now. As long as we keep hold of the ball, we should have this. Fosu-Mensah's got it. If we could score again, that'd be game over. Mkhitaryan into the box. He scored. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Lloris sells himself too easily again, and we've surely clinched this game now with just a couple of minutes left. Well, added time basically. That's all that's left now. Fosu-Mensah into Martial. Martial, lovely slip ball through to Mkhitaryan. It's really poor positioning from Lloris, and Mkhitaryan, he's not going to miss that. He's not going to miss it. 3-1, and surely we've won this game now. We might even have time for another one. Virgil van Dijk gives it to Lindelof, who's on a hat-trick of assists right now, if he manages to get it into the box, but he can't. It's cleared up. Virgil van Dijk's there again. He's always there, the big man out the back. Fantastic buy from Southampton. Mkhitaryan's won it back though. We could get a fourth here, and we've got it. Anthony Martial has rounded off the victory. We've got 2 in the space of 2 minutes at the death, and it's made this victory look a lot more comfortable than it really was. I'm not sure what he was doing on the wing there, but Mkhitaryan has won the ball back, and Martial's not going to miss. He's in some good goal-scoring form as well. Good stuff. Fantastic victory in the end by 3 goals. May flatter us a little bit. Like, we haven't, probably Spurs don't deserve to lose 4-1. But at the end of the day, when you commit men forward at the end like they have, you're always at that risk of being caught out. And with just a few seconds to go until the final whistle, there it is. What an emphatic victory, 4-1 against Spurs. Like I said, we are in the form of our lives right now. They obviously didn't appreciate the win as much as I did, but if Man City managed to drop points against whoever they're playing, then we'll be very, very close to pinching top spot from them. We've got Man City next, actually. So, who are they playing today? They're playing against Newcastle, who are down in 13th. So maybe Newcastle could do us a favour and get a result against Man City. If they do, then we have every chance of going top next game in the Premier League if we manage to beat them. I might bring a nice little special next episode of 2 episodes, maybe 2 games, maybe the Man City game and the Athletic Bilbao's second leg. We'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I know I did. That was a very, very impressive victory over Spurs. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any tips or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.